the challenge of a world which is getting higher in electrification, and at the same time the paradox of reducing energy consumption is facing us today. In that kind of world, the response, we believe, is really responding to the 3 Ds of this dimension. One aspect is the digitization aspect. That is really around developing software, apps and analytics that enable putting control and value back into the hands of the consumers. And Schneider has been doing everything in EcoStruxure innovation at every level for the grid to allow such platforms to be developed for either the grid or, in the future terms, for those that may enable the same outcome for users in the home. The second piece is decarbonization. This is perhaps an integration of demand and supply side. When we think about the untapped potential of energy, where 82% of it is in the built environment that we tend to operate in, we have control platforms at the edge control level that again connect to cloud connected technologies using connected products that go into the built environment. As I mentioned earlier this morning as well, we still have to build the things. We have to have the actuators, we have to have the sensors, we have to have the motor controls. Just sensors are just faster, smarter, connectable. And Schneider Electric, in its EcoStruxure innovation at every level, is committed to making sure that connectable products are available for local control in the built environment and drive efficiency back again to the building, to the asset, while making sure the experience of the user in the built environment is in fact driven by the mission critical applications a hospital or a health customer expects and deserves. The third piece is decarbonization. This is about the renewable capacity. That's a reality of our current world. 70% of supply will actually come from the capacity side of renewables up to the age of 2040, 2050. If that is the case, we have to understand the world of how these renewables now interconnect through good local control platforms, and we have to help manage such platforms with perhaps self-healing or self-performing energy systems such as microgrids and bring them together through technology platforms. Again, this is something we are working with our customers and within the technological architecture of EcoStruxure innovation at every level. I mean, of course, all these innovations are not absolute and we will continue to learn. But Schneider Electric, with its depth and breadth of portfolio, is on its way and continues to be at the forefront of looking at what the next generation of those technologies will be that will make energy safe, reliable, efficient and connected, and make sure that it is meaningful and purposeful for those who need to use it most. I think the energy dilemma is of a different scale, and actually in thinking about it and having grown up in India myself, there actually load shedding was not an event that got news at all, because we knew that once we went to school, mom's refrigeration was going to be cut off because that was the planned load shedding that they did there. But what is happening is that with advancements in technology, now you can bring the inverter to the home of the user in India, and there Schneider Electric is playing a role of uptime of, I suppose, energy for every single home. You bring that context to Australia. Here, energy is a right. So the response is different. It depends upon the communities that we are servicing. So the challenge is there. The emissions have to be halved and the energy challenge persists, but the response has to be tailored to the people who are using it and the environment within which energy challenge has to be responded to. What makes us interesting is that having operated in or currently operating in around 130 plus countries, we continue to learn about those responses and I suppose adapt to them. Through our open innovation program, the example of the Om Connect pilot that I was giving from the Californian market, sharing that today alongside the participants of the French-Australian Chamber of Commerce is one way of actually getting the message out there. So we do understand and believe that we have to co-create the future, make sure the community is engaged, participate with, I suppose, other accelerators and innovators to find the right outcomes, and then educate as we are doing as part of this program with the support of FACI.